Ooh, damage the bench.
So let me tell you, my favourite game that I've streamed is probably...
Is your knees okay? I'm worried.
Oh, my knee's fine, darling. It's the other thing you need to worry about.
Oh, God.
I don't
I'm
know.
fasting.
I've never met him.
No, me, no. Listen, I'm on time for 3 p.m. Saturday in New Zealand. It's fine. That's how it goes.
Do you know, I was here before you. That's okay then. I'm redeemed.
He's not known for being on time as Liam.
Don't pat me on the back. I'm perspiring like crazy.
Just like a nice emotional pat on the back all around for everyone. Just a non-physical one. It sounds like you already got started before I got here, discussing streaming on different platforms. Being on time for streams, do you guys set yourself much of a schedule of like every Saturday, 5 p.m, here we go? Or
I do, yeah. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and I try to stream every Friday and Sunday, but it can be hard to stream on those days. But without a doubt, I usually always stream Monday and Wednesday.
Oh, with me, I'm always late. I'm late to reply to this. But like, I'm generally, I have my set days. I have my Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's supposed to be between 7 and 11 or 7 and 10 if I'm feeling a bit, tired or whatever. But I always tend to have, I have this rule that I'm supposed to follow of okay, if I'm starting at 7, 6:30, I need to be in my chair preparing to be ready for stream. And guaranteed, I'm putting a countdown timer of 5 minutes on at 1 minute to 7 because I'm running late because I've done completely the wrong thing or something I wasn't meant to be doing, So consistency is key to streaming, but also being on time. If you're your own boss, you can kind of wiggle it a bit.
Hi, I have a mic now.
We're all mic'd up.
Yay! Oh, so to answer your point of being late, it's really a suggestion. That's what I've learned about streaming. You can have a schedule, like Liam said. That's probably the most important part. So I'm supposed to stream every day. So I stream different things every day. So the struggle I have is, I feel like doing this. Okay, I'm kind of tired or I'm behind on something and I've kind of got to sacrifice this for the next thing. So that's at least the starting point of what I want to say, but I'll let you start.
I have lost where we are.
I personally stream Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays still, just because I didn't want to let the channel completely fizzle out when moving behind the scenes, because I do still enjoy it and I don't do it as a job anymore, but it is still fun to do just, as a hobby with my friends and being silly and stuff.
For the vibes.
Yeah, exactly. Plus it does, couple as being a good way of marketing if you're working on a game. If you're displaying your own game and just selflessly, shamelessly plugging your own game all the time. So, yeah.
And obviously streaming, playing games, it's about having fun. The big thing that most people come to social media for is that relatability, feeling like you're actually playing a game with your bestie, even if the bestie is someone you've never met in real life, you've only interacted on the internet. How much do you kind of let your audience see the behind the scenes of things of sorry guys, I'm 10 minutes late today because the cat got out of the house, or we're late and we haven't got the whole stream set up ready, haha, whoopsies.
I'm extremely honest. I have no chill at all. If I'm on my period, everyone knows.
It's happening.
I warn you. I'm like, by the way, if I'm snappy, that's why. I'm having a bad time. I'm completely
Extra
honest. If I'm feeling low that day, I'm like, I hope you guys are all going to cheer me up. Let's not bully Sophie today because she needs a cheering up. So I'm very honest, and if I'm late for stream, I'll tell them exactly why I'm late. Very honest, to the point. I'm a very blunt person anyway, so to me, it's just that to just be like, this is what's happened, and this is why this is happening. So I've just been like that.
Oh, me? Oh, okay. No, it's okay. I already had it. Yeah, I'm trying to be as honest as I can. There's always, I'm probably still in that phase where I will try to maybe hide some things and try not to let things be on front of stream, because I wear my heart on my sleeve. That's just my personality type. So it's very obvious when something has bugged me, but I try to move past it as quickly as I can, because for me, streaming has always been that escape point, or that thing that gives me that therapy that I clearly need. But it's the case of trying to make the most of the time while I'm able to enjoy it with other people. In the end, it kind of is kind of defined by why you stream, and that's kind of like its own subject. Let's be fair. So let me speak.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really honest because I just don't really care. What anybody,
I don't even give a
what
care.
anybody thinks or anything. So yeah, I mean, if I'm late, I'll just be like, sorry, I had to poo.
No, same. Yes.
Here's
There's
a
two types of
holographic
streamers in the
BRB.
world.
There's just no such thing as oversharing, basically. Like the stream community, because you talk to them more often sometimes than you talk to your own close friends. So it comes to the point that you're like a little family. So there's no real secrets. Everything
It's
that's
true,
going
it's
on.
true.
Like my chat has literally had like a play-by-play of me finding out that my mum, my estranged mum, was dead. Basically, I found out
Rip-a-roo.
on the stream with the whole ding dong, the witch is dead celebration and all that. And
He doesn't like his mum, just for
it took-
clarification.
yeah, that's why she's estranged. Well,
She's
was.
dead. It's chill.
It's all fine. It's all gravy. She's gravy now. But
Wow.
effectively, it's one of those things where all the regulars were like, oh yeah, this is Liam. This is what he does. We've known for years that he's not like his mum. And then there's obviously a few people who aren't as regular that are just like, I've never seen anyone celebrate this kind of thing. This is really weird. I don't know how to think. But just oversharing is caring, is the stream motto, basically.
Nice. So you were saying about how like the people who watch you regularly, they knew what the vibe is. How do you find like balancing the vibe in chat? The people who watch you all the time, they obviously know like where the kind of boundaries are with banter in the chat, and then you get a new person come in, they're like, oh, lol, lol, lol. And you're like, whoa, that's not the vibe in the chat. Like, yeah, you've got it.
Yeah, I think you just have to. Some people will get carried away, and it's just about putting that boundary straight immediately. So with us, we have a set of rules for the streams. Certain words aren't allowed to be said, certain jokes aren't allowed to be said, and I will to the point be like, I'm not comfortable with that. You need to pack that in, or you'll be timed out. Like a lot, our moderation team, I guess, are really good. They're really fast because sometimes you get people just coming in just to be horrible for the sake of being horrible, because people are like that. So we're lucky in the sense that for the most part, it's kind of helped by having great people within the community who are willing to put their foot down and be like, you can't talk to her like that. Because some people think that you're, like, I guess the thing about being behind a screen is they don't really see you as a person sometimes, they see you as a person on the screen. So sometimes people can be really horrible and think, well, it doesn't matter, they won't care. And I'm like, well, actually, no, I'm a human being with feelings, and I do care that you just called me ugly for no reason.
Wildly out of pocket comments
Yeah,
for no reason.
that was the tamest one I could think of that I could say on here. I've been called much worse, but you're just like, we're not going to say that.
There's balance? Wait, hang on, you got balance?
Boundaries, what?
It's just all the time. Like, I try to do something cool on stream, and I think, oh yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Get completely shattered on the next one. I'm like, what is the point? And that's usually the thing that everyone kind of remembers.
I know, my community still tells me they hate me.
Say it again?
I pulled Pokemon cards the other day and I got loads of hits and they went, we hate you.
Oh, wow.
We actually hate you.
To be fair, you got hits. I
Yeah.
understand the jealousy that's involved there.
Yeah, I got the immersive in my first couple of packs.
Wow.
And people were very upset with me and I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, some people just have all the luck, innit?
All the luck.
In my case, it's more of a case of just, there isn't really a sense of balance. It's just, whatever becomes the meme, and in 9 times out of 10 scenarios, we just let it fly, because it's just funny. It's fun stories to tell in the end. I've not had anything so far where I've had it as bad as that yet.
Yeah.
But then it might just be, I've not got to that point yet.
Yeah.
Generally, if someone comes into my stream and they're being a bit of a character, I've kind of built up a reputation with my community that I will give them some clapback. I will tell them what for, because 9 times out of 10, even though I'm below average intelligence, I'm still somehow smarter than these people that pop in. And so they'll be giving it the big one, I'll give them the big one back, and eventually if I get bored of them, it's like, well, I'll just get
Done
rid
with
of you,
you now.
because that's the joy of being on this end of the stream.
I could just hit the bin and then there you are.
But finding a balance in that is really careful, because the problem is the people that watch you, they enjoy the banter and they laugh at the banter, and then they go, hey, when someone comes in now, I'll give them a bit of that. And then you come into a dogpile situation where someone comes in, makes a bad joke and doesn't realise that they've done anything wrong, and then they've got like 20, 30 people going, you're this, you're that, you're the other, who do you think you are? Bet you're in your mum's basement. And you have to have that good, like Sophie said, have a good moderation team around you.
Well, yeah, we have the rule. It's no dog piling. As soon as we say that, everyone has to kind of be like, oh, sorry.
It's like Liam's a big boy, Sophie's a big girl, they can handle themselves. If it gets carried away, we mods will step in and finish it. And although sometimes you've got to, even with the most trusted mods, sometimes you have to step in and go, oh, moderators, that was a bit much, give them a chance, slow it down. But it's just finding that kind of balance of making sure everybody knows that banter is fine with the people who are already accustomed to said banter, and anyone that's new, yes, they might come in and say something really cringy, like just to try and get a rise out of you, but they could be a troll, but they could just be an innocent person that's just like, I just wanted to be noticed by everyone. So it's finding people that understand the balance and just making sure you've got a good group of people supporting you while you're streaming.
Yeah, similarly, I tend to clap back too. I have a little bit of it. There's some interesting montages on the internet of me angrily telling people to get lost. Yeah, basically, if somebody comes in and is rude, I will just probably be like, knock it off. You know, and if they continue, then I'll just be like, okay, well, it's more embarrassing to be you and have more time to insult people.
I'm very much like that too. I'm like, oh, you imagine coming into someone's street and saying that. I'm so embarrassed for them. Like, I actually feel really bad for them because they must be having a really bad day.
We do have a rule for us where basically, if somebody does say something, if someone is probably quite obviously trolling, you've got it in the back of your mind, like I'm 99% sure this is a troll. If they get to the point of being timed out for 10 minutes, I tell them, okay, at the end of that 10 minutes, you'll come back into the stream and you will apologise for what you've done whilst explaining what you've done. And if I don't hear that from you or I hear any other message, that's a permanent ban. Goodbye, see you later. And you'll get, you know, there's like 3 scenarios. They either don't come back at all because they go, forget this, I'm not getting the right rise out of them, I'll go to somewhere else. Or they do, like, I'd say maybe 10% of the time, they actually come back and go, sorry, that was a bit out of order, I didn't mean to. And then we'll just go, everyone give them love in the chat, and then we'll see how they go from here. But mods keep a close eye.
Lesson,
And then on the other hand, they get exactly what we predicted was going to happen, where they come back in, Effin and Jeffin, and then they just get permanently banned anyway. So it's like that.
How do you pull together a moderation team? Like, is it just waiting those first few streams, those dedicated viewers who are coming back, or is it your best mate?
I literally just stole Liam's.
Literally.
I just went, so everyone who's a moderator in Liam's chat, would you like to be a moderator for me? And they all went, yes.
And then,
this is probably the worst answer I could possibly give, but it's been so long since I started streaming. I don't really know how I decided on my first mods. I think, because I don't even think my first mods are still with us. Like, they're alive, don't worry. There's not that much bereavement in my life, but yet. Depends how people behave. But like, I think I just chose a few people who were regulars in the stream at the time that had never done anything that had made me go, oh, that's
with a good head on their shoulders. You know, there seemed to be like understanding where the lines were. Well, we have a few moderators that they know exactly like this is not okay. And you can kind of see that with people, like the way they communicate with other people in the community. You can kind of pick them out and you're like, you wouldn't abuse the power, because essentially being a moderator is a power. You have a certain power over the stream itself, and it's a lot of trust to give to someone. But for the most part, you can see the people who aren't out for, you know, to have that power trip.
In that sort of early stages, it comes down to people who just stick around and actually want to see the best in you. Yeah, it might take them big. They're probably the ones who go for the jugular the most.
Yeah.
But
they do it in a way that's fun banter, not
it's with the understanding of, I like you, that's the reason why you're still here. It's one of those sort of, we're aware of the situation. But then you also can't be like, damn it, I can't get rid of them, they're too good. So, at least for me with mods, I've always found that at some point it's just the people who decide to stick around as long as they've had. Because in the end, they've been there, they're kind of like ride or dies for you. So they're going to be they're going to be the ones who will shout you to the heavens, be like, yeah, we take the piss out of this guy, but you know what, sorry, we take the mick out of that guy. But we will do our best to support them just as much.
I take applications. Right, Chanel informal. I take applications.
Fair.
Sorry guys,
It's
don't mean to like
probably
show you up.
smarter than us, to be fair.
I tend to pick the people in the applications that I trust from the community that I've got, tried and true, and they've been there. But yeah, I like to make them do a full application, because if they're going to do that, then they're more likely to not want to chase
That's
Yeah.
true, yeah.
whatever thing they think they're getting out of it.
Senpai noticed me, I'm a mod. Wow, we're besties. Oh.
Another way of going about it is if they take part in campaigns you set up. So in my case, I run tournaments. So the people who decide to turn up for those tournaments and take part, but encourage other people to take part and help put the rules together. One of my mods is in the thing at the moment. They help put the tournament together and keep me track. Because there's so much stuff you're doing while the stream is live that those people are like, we're trying to make sure that you're on track. Or this person, you missed this person, make sure you talk about this person. You missed this thing, make sure you talk about this thing. You suddenly start to say, oh, they're just as much part of the process. So eventually they became moderators because they were all moderating.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's also like you'll get people that come in from time to time who are just you've never seen the name before, and they'll just be like, "Hey, how do I become one of those moderators?" And my general thing for them is, well, you've asked to be a moderator, which is an automatic ticket to the back of the queue.
Yes.
So good luck never being asked by me, because that's when you know they just want that badge. They just want to be timing
feel
people out
special.
for no reason, you know.
I just want the shiny little like acknowledgement on the internet. I'm Daddy's special little soldier.
I think
Yeah.
it doesn't help on Twitch that the moderator badge is a sword, and they're like,
Yes.
oh, the weapon. Whereas on YouTube it's a wrench, which I
Yeah,
guess
it's a
could still
little-
be a weapon, but it's not as effective, is it?
It's just good, just a different vibe to it. Of like wrench is kind of like a fixed
Maintenance,
vibe,
yeah.
whereas sword is like inherently powerful. Yeah. So we were talking as I came on. There was a bit of talk about like you could now stream to multiple platforms at once. There are different ways to stream on different platforms. Do you find that you get like different audiences, different things on each one? You're like, no, it's everyone watches me on every channel. Yay!
I've actually not done that yet. I'm actually planning to start it next week though. I've got 1 million followers on TikTok, so I do want to actually stream on TikTok as well as Twitch, because I feel like I've got a big audience there. It'd be nice to get, some new faces onto the Twitch, platform as well. And I do feel like when you put yourself on multiple platforms, you have more reach. You are meeting more people that you probably wouldn't have seen otherwise. I'm also considering YouTube, because I think YouTube would also be really fun to stream on as well. But I do think which I'm sure Partner will talk about soon, I've watched him stream on 2 platforms, and I've seen the newer people that have been coming in, and it's just kind of nice that you're not just locked into Twitch, because before there was no really any other platform. You just could only stream on Twitch, so that's where you had to go. So I like that we've got more choice now.
I already stream on like everything. Whenever I do stream, so I don't stream much anymore, so if I do it on everything at once. I would say that the YouTube audience tends to be way younger and way more mean.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking my language.
They're much more willing to just like rip you a new one than like
I would
Twitch is.
agree, yeah.
Well, part of the problem on YouTube is the username system. Like, you can set your display name to some horrendous things. I've seen some horrible things come through. And unlike Twitch, where like if you delete someone's message, kind of their name disappears as well. On YouTube, that stays. It
Yeah, it's
remains in
still
the
there,
chat.
yeah.
Obviously, I can't say here, and I don't really want to say out loud anywhere some of the things that have been in some of these display names, because YouTube has a separate display name and username system.
Yes,
whereas
yeah.
Twitch, your display name is just, you can change the capital letters in your username.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, people will make accounts on platforms with a name just to like hurt your feelings. Like,
Yes, yeah.
so-and-so's followed, so someone's been like, in a nice way saying it to like end yourself in a username, and I once had 3 in a row where obviously it was targeted,
5,000.
and you were like, well, I'm not going to listen to you, I literally don't care, you just made an account to try and hurt me and I just don't care about what you
Like,
think.
if you're not quite getting it, it'll be like, Liam's dead mum has just entered the chat
Yeah,
or something,
that's
you know what I mean?
exactly- yeah, like that.
Where they're trying to get at you, and they know it will pop up on the screen for everyone to see.
In my situation, I just normally just ban them straight away. But in terms of multiple, since that was the base, you're right. It's just basically it. It's what everyone else said. You get different audiences with different platforms because they treat those platforms differently than how they would treat a Twitch
I think
stream.
it's like different age groups too. I feel
Yeah,
like
there is,
I
yeah.
think maybe it's an older audience on Twitch, because Twitch is like the older platform. It's been there longer. People kind of
The older streaming platform, at least.
Yes.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Oldest streaming platform. Because YouTube, we've only been able to stream on it for maybe like 3 years, 3-4 years, maybe.
We've been able to stream on it for 3-4 years.
That's
YouTube
what I mean.
has the oldest.
No. Yeah, but no.
Sorry.
I would like. Okay, sorry.
Oh, here we go.
So, when I mean by that, when it comes to the Twitch audience, from experiences in Liam's stream, it tends to be a younger audience on YouTube because it is still a newer platform, and there's a lot of kids things on YouTube that I feel like that pulls in a certain kind of audience.
It's effectively
Whereas-
because there's no Twitch Kids out.
Yes.
There's no Twitch Kids.
And with Twitch, I feel like there's a lot more steps to get onto it, and usually it is an older audience that we tend to have on those platforms.
Realistically, as well, every parent knows what YouTube is, so
Yeah,
they're going to let their
exactly.
kids
Yeah, they're
be
gonna
on
let the
YouTube.
kid- exactly,
You know,
yeah.
90% of the time when I say to like people on YouTube, "Oh, come over to Twitch if you want. You know, we're going to do whatever stream," they're like, "I can't have Twitch." You
Yeah.
have to be the same age to have Twitch as YouTube, but a lot of parents don't know about Twitch, and so
Yeah.
naturally they're just like, "No, you can't."
I don't know
Go
what that
on
is.
then.
You're not allowed. No.
Fair point. I kind of thought TikTok would have been the youngest
Oh,
audience.
TikTok is super young.
TikTok is mean.
TikTok is like a mixed bag because I would say I get it's a lot of political sides of stuff of people not like, and because I'm a woman on the internet, you're automatically hated. It's just it comes with the territory.
I can't believe you exist on the internet.
I
How dare
know,
you?
God, oh no, you're in an outfit. I don't like that. It's that simple. But I do feel like when it comes to hate, so to say, it's more common on TikTok. I get the nastiest comments I have ever got in my life, and they're all on TikTok because people don't care. They're just gonna say something and think, I'll get away with that. But I think because of that, it can be a harsher platform to stream on because obviously those people are just coming in, and it's also like, so when you go through the live feed, you are just scrolling through them. So you could just click on someone's, like you're going out of your way to get there. You can just scroll into someone's like, they look funny, let me leave a hate comment for no reason and scroll on.
I think that is a big one of like, yeah, YouTube is very intentional. Like you have to choose what you're watching. So you're either picking from a thumbnail or you're picking because it's a creator that you know well. Whereas yeah, TikTok, you're just scrolling down your feed and you come across someone. And Twitch, I feel like is a kind of middle ground.
Yeah.
Like 9 times out of
Twitch-
10, you're
Twitch
going to
has
watch
like its
someone.
format in the sense that you can go through it because you want to. Oh, I want to watch someone playing Pokemon. Let's go to the Pokemon category. So there is a system in place, but I would say, like you say, it's a bit more like YouTube. Most of the time, people are going to see people they know or they want to see are particular names.
Several years ago, in the early days of YouTube starting to go into the streaming realm, I dipped my toe in. I was mostly a Twitch lad at that point, and I was like, well, I'll try some streams on YouTube. And I ended up, after about 6 months, having to take a long break from YouTube streaming because
It was called YouTube
yeah,
Chat.
we ended up just calling YouTube streaming just YouTube Chat. Because YouTube Chat is wild. Twitch Chat, you just have conversations and it's insightful, and you know, you're talking about people's day and what they've been through, and then someone on YouTube will just be there just like, who do you think would win in a fight? Would it be Shrek or would it be that fourth man from the fighting Daredevil on the second day?
Yeah.
What does that mean? And then they don't elaborate, and it's just, it's the word.
Would you wrestle Shrek? I remember
Yeah,
that.
would I
Would
wrestle
you
Shrek?
wrestle Shrek?
Absolutely, I would, but
I mean, I'll take the attempt.
I think some of the, obviously, like, it's not a generalization of all YouTube chat, because you get, you know, on YouTube you get a lot of similar people to my Twitch audience, for example, who are just like very lovely and want to talk about their day, but you do get a lot of young kids that are just looking for that bit of attention from the streamer, and it's very evident, but it means that throughout all of your lovely conversations you're having, there's lots of, the only word I can think of for it is asinine comments, just comments that don't mean anything to anyone other than that random person that is giggling at home because they said the funny thing that no one's laughed at.
Hilarious. Yeah. I think the only streams I really interact with on YouTube is an annual fundraising stream called the Project for Awesome, and it's just like, so much we would have our chats like in Twitter would be where the discussion happened. Like we're still in the chat, but when we want to have an actual conversation, we're going to a separate platform. I think that is something that Twitch does have above YouTube for streaming specifically. Just Twitch chat is peak stream chat. Hot takes, words to live by.
People have made, like, we've got people in our chat who are now best friends with each other. They speak every day. Like there's a lot of these people now who they'll not come to events to meet us, but they also come to events to meet each other. Like, it's not just about seeing the streamers. They're like, I've made friends with these people. I want to meet them. So we went to Pokemon EUIC, and a large group of our audience turned up, and they were all introducing each other. They'd all went for meals together. It was lovely.
That's brilliant. I like that.
One couple's getting married.
One couple's getting married, yeah. They met through our community.
Through the Ace Trainer Liam and Tira Star Street.
They met through our community and they started dating, and now they're looking into houses and stuff. They've been together a long time.
Although, quick PSA, Stream Chat is not Tinder. Don't get any ideas.
Eyes on all of you. Behave yourselves in the chat, or the mods will ban Hammer.
Yeah.
I think this is a half-hour panel. Am I correct?
It is.
Yeah. But I'm not seeing like anything on the stage after us. So like, if we wanted to keep chatting, we could, or if we could go get dinner, we could.
I'm just happy.
Ooh, dinner.
Sitting down on a convention weekend is so nice. It's very,
Hang on,
very
I was
nice.
keeping track of my steps. Hang on.
Oh, are we doing step
You've
challenge?
been doing many steps today.
Step
haven't you?
challenge. Oh, 12
Wait.
Oh.
15,678.
I'm only at 12,000. That's an embarrassment. That's an embarrassment.
I've been a mess today.
It's been a
Absolute
day.
wild. Peak stream setup for pure your comfort. Ooh.
I've been very lucky in the sense I got gifted a chair, like a gaming chair. It's a Cinnamon one. Oh, sorry, I love Sanrio.
Skadoosh.
But it's so cute. It's genuinely really comfortable. It has like a cloud pillow on the back, so that's
Lumbar
really
support.
Yeah, lumbar support. And then I just have a lovely key light, which is kind of like a ring light, but not quite. It's just kind of better for streaming setup. I have webcam, just good computer, and I even have now 2 webcams because I paint Pokemon cards sometimes on stream.
Yeah.
So I like angle it down so people can see me paint, because I like to do that sometimes for a little bit different than just playing games all the time. But I'm quite happy with myself. I would love to have more space, but I do think the best part about streaming, if you are starting out, is having a good microphone.
Yes.
That is the most important part, because people need to be able to hear you clearly, and if they're hearing all the time in the background, people are not going to stay. That stuff grates on you. So if you are starting streaming, microphone is most important, and the computer obviously, but
Sorry, but like this is a very intense setup, and then there's just the setup I come up with, which is like the most in the world by the sounds of it. I have my laptop. I have like an extra webcam just in case, but it's just better than the laptop webcam. I've got my wide desk, got my comfy chair, and like I don't even have like a key light. I have like what's it called? One of those like
Like a softbox.
not even a softbox. Like
Oh,
no,
no.
even more retro than that.
Just a
Like,
lamp.
It's more advanced than a lamp.
Okay.
But it's kind of the same sort of area. I'm like a little wall thing, and I just got stuck a light there, and I was like, that's kind of my light, and it's just enough. It looks nice enough.
Yeah.
As long as it looks nice, as long as it gets your best side.
This is
Exactly.
the thing. Like, no one needs to know that you've stuck like 3 solar-powered lamps to your wall to get this beautiful orange glow.
No,
And
not
because
at
you
all.
have the beautiful orange glow. That's all the viewer sees. They don't need to know.
Streaming's
So in-
expensive,
So in my case, this is the beauty of framing, right? Like, you know how it's like, it looks so nice, and then you look down and it's just a bomb site.
Just cables
It's just
everywhere.
You see, because our house is quite small, I have to stream in the living room,
Yeah.
and everyone can see my hoarding problem. With we have like a couch. It's not really a couch anymore. It just has Pokemon plushies. It has the life-size Arcanine plushie, and just a wall of plushies. And I'm like, I can't hide this. This is me. This
I
is
don't
seeing
see
it all.
I don't see a problem with that at all. I actually think
everyone's
that's-
like, was that a new plushie? No, I
You
did
don't see a
not.
problem with it because you don't have to try and sit down.
That's true, but to be behind me, it's just like
fine, you can sit
it
on
looks. It kind of in my set, it kind of looks like it's just part of a background setup. Like it looks generic enough, but it's because the light's off, so you can't see what's happening behind. It's like dark lighting behind.
My
front
office,
light.
my home office is tiny, so it's just a white wall behind me. It's so exciting.
I think I win because I don't have a setup right now and I borrow my friend's instead. Because I just moved
amazing.
back here from America. So I don't have my stuff yet. And so I just use someone else's.
The
Honestly, why not?
Is someone else's setup. Yeah.
My friend was like, oh, can we stream? Because I want to open Pokemon cards. And I was like, oh, I'm guessing on my set. Well, yeah, you're the only one streaming.
You have 2 cameras for the Pokemon card setup. I have to hold it to the camera. And then you like guess what it was.
I did that as well. But do you know what? I want to paint Pokemon cards because one of my like goals is to paint every single Pokemon. So I've got a folder now with a card, trying to. It's actually really hard to get a non-holo version of every single Pokemon. But I just started doing that recently and people are really enjoying it. I started a card on stream and everyone said, if you finish that off stream, I'll be so upset. I need to see how this finishes. So it's really fun in that way. It's nice to be able to stream something other than games as well.
Yes, yeah. I feel like so much of it, they're like, yeah, you just, Fortnite Battle Royale, yeah. I'm like, no, you can stream so much other stuff that isn't just games. Games, great fun. There's other stuff we can do. I'm going to do a quick little pan of the audience if anyone has a burning question that they're gonna, I see a hand at the back, but I don't know the best way to do this without me just like running off the stage with a microphone. I'm just gonna do it.
We already started with running.
I can answer the lads at the back. These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Somewhere there was a hand. I did see a hand and it was over here somewhere, but maybe they've died. Oh
Psych.
no!
I think they were scratching their head, if I'm honest. Was I knew, I think she was just scratching her head. It's not your fault, don't worry.
Jeff, come back.
Hi, I'm Rupert and I'm from Hartlepool. I don't know why I have this accent when I'm from Hartlepool.
Do your parents know you're here?
No. What is your favourite game you've ever streamed?
Ooh, mine's easy. Mine's Pokemon Gale of Darkness. My partner doesn't like the game, but I love it. I got it as a kid, and I still own it, so it means I can play it. It's like £300 to buy now, because it's such an old and niche game. But I love streaming that. It like goes back to my childhood, and like people are so excited to see it, and it's like a time capsule. I can go back in time a little bit, and I just love it.
When I tried playing that, I had people coming in going, "What are you emulating this on?" And they're like, "This is my partner's GameCube from when she was like 14."
Everyone's mind is
I'm not
blown. Like, you
emulating.
own the game?
That's a real GameCube.
Like, yeah, my mum spoiled me.
I did a purchase of a
I'll
product.
go last. You go
yeah.
first. You go
You're
first.
going last. This is
Fine.
going to be
I'll go last.
interesting.
You
Fine.
Keep an eye.
Fine.
Keep an eye on you because that's got to be
Should
interesting.
we swap places now so I can stare him out? Is that what it is?
You can't stare me out unless you sit on my lap. Come on.
You guys are super weird.
Damage the bench.
Oh,
So let me tell you,
I'll tell you,
my favourite game that I've streamed is probably...
Is your knees okay? I'm worried.
Oh, my knee's fine, darling. It's the other thing you need to worry about.
Oh, God.
I don't
I'm
know.
fasting.
I'm tempted to say Pokemon because I stream so much of it, but
I would say Scarlet and Violet. You love your VGC.
I would probably say it's Metal Gear Solid 2 because it's one of my favourite
yeah.
games of all
You know
time,
what,
and it's the
yeah.
fact that I finally got to like gush to my audience about how good it is.
Yeah.
And then as they were going through and people were following the story of me playing it week by week, and then they were just like, "Oh no, this is really good. This story's crazy. What's happening?" So probably that, just for that factor of like, it's really fun to show someone something that you really enjoy, and then them also go, "I really enjoyed that."
Yeah.
It's really fun, thank you.
Metal Gear Solid
I have absolutely no reason why in particular I'm saying this, but I think Dress to Impress is really fun to stream.
I actually do
So,
really want to stream it. It looks really fun.
It definitely don't work for the game. Like, you should just, I think you'd like it then.
Just no reason at all. Can't think why.
I gotta ask, did you try to do the voice when you were playing Metal Gear Solid 2?
Did I try and do Snake's voice or Raiden's?
Both.
No,
Why?
because the game.
That's like the first thing
listen,
you do.
Listen to me, son. The game has this
Dad.
magical thing called voice acting. I don't need to do the voices. This
Yeah,
is.
but that's what you kind of want to do. Like, come on, iconic voice, and he does the voice, and you kind of want to do the voice because it sounds really cool.
I would never want to insult my Lord and Savior David Hayter.
All right, to answer the question, for me, it's kind of like the same answer as his, but not the same game, and
Okay.
similar-ish reasons, but not for the same reasons. So, I'm a big... Oh,
Get wrecked.
even the mic doesn't want to know.
Even the mic is like, I'm done.
It's like, it's CM punking me right
It's
now.
time to leave.
No, mine is Sonic Unleashed.
Oh, is
So-
that the one with the werewolf? Is that the werewolf one?
That is the werewolf
Yeah, it's
one.
like the only one I played.
Like Sonic Unleashed?
I liked it until I turned into a werewolf, and then I couldn't do that part.
Like,
Yeah.
It's just died. It's all done now. All finished. Half time.
it's CM punking me, so I'm being punked by my microphone right now. I'm just gonna switch off too. My takes are hot. That's what's happening. But yeah, I love Sonic Unleashed.
You've not.
It's doing it again. Okay, I'm trying my best. I'll try to be quick. For the very reasons people disliked the game, I thought it was what made the game most interesting. And I would have thought something like Sonic 3 and Sonic 2 would have been my comfort games going back to, or playing Undertale because I could do the voices, or playing Nier Automata, or playing Like a Dragon because it made me cry. Like, I would have thought those would have been my favorite games to play. But I always come back to Sonic Unleashed, because for me, there's two reasons. The first one is, for me, Sonic Unleashed represented this time for Sonic where it did world adventure. It actually went around the world, taught about culture, and it was one of the few times, gaming-wise, it's represented a Middle Eastern area. So for me, Arabic is common in my religion and stuff. So it was nice to see that sort of represented. I saw a character called Iqbal in the game, and I'm like, that's not common in any game. But I saw it in Sonic Unleashed. And the other one was Vindication! You'll like it now, because I remember when you all didn't like it, but now everyone likes it.
It's come back around. I'm gonna say that is the
That's
end of
the
our
Pokemon
panel there.
community.
We've
We
got
ended it on Sonic Unleashed.
12 whole minutes extra of beautiful content for you all. I don't know what's up next on this. Is it the Mario? Well, they don't get to play. Yeah. Well, do you guys want to play a little bit of Mario? Oh, so before streaming was on the internet, it was called playing a video game with your friends at your house. Does anyone want to play some Mario
I don't
Kart?
want to have any friends